Sawadika.
My name is Tan.
My name is Nat.
My name is Not.
We are from Thailand.
Hello. 我係 Shirley。
我係 Helium。
我哋係嚟自香港。
Hi, I'm Tari.
I'm Gaby.
Kami dari Indonesia.
Hi, I'm Bilal and I'm from Hong Kong, but I was born in Pakistan and I study in Yishou University.
你好，我叫摩根，我来自中国浙江省。
Hola, mi nombre es Daniel, soy de Perú. I'm studying in France.
大家好，我是 Tansy. I'm studying France now.
안녕하세요. 저는 오정은입니다. 저는 한국 사람입니다. And I'm studying in France.
I'm Eddie. I'm Sky.
I'm Apple.
I'm Ben. I'm Austin.
Hi, I'm Anjali. I'm Anjali.
I'm Island.
We came from Malaysia!
It is an undeniable fact that every living individual on this beautiful planet of ours is part of a culture. Culture is what makes individuals see reality in a different perspective. We often do not realize we have predetermined assumptions and biases derived from our culture. Since everyone has their own culture, cultural clashes can easily occur. Through the forces of globalization, people, companies, governments, and ultimately cultures are constantly interacting with each other. This means an even higher probability of cultural clashing and cultural misinterpretation happening. It is for this reason that it is very important to engage in proper cross-cultural communication that is both flexible and empathetic. With all this talk about culture, let's briefly define what it is. We found this definition to be the best as its broadness allows it to encompass the all-embracing concept of culture. Culture is the characteristics and knowledge of a particular group of people defined by everything from language, religion, cuisine, social habits, music, and arts. Lastly, we want to mention that cultural diversity is not only the result of a cultural difference in ethnicity, but in fact that individuals of the same ethnicity often have different assumptions and biases of their own. Communication can simply be defined as a two-sided process of exchanging meaning and interpreting that meaning. It involves at least two individuals. The one exchanging meaning is the sender of the message, and the person interpreting that message is the receiver. The message sent is often different from the message received. Communication is both verbal and nonverbal, as messages can be sent through words or other cues such as tone, facial and body expression, and behavior. Communication itself is already a complex process which is hard to achieve properly, and it only gets tougher when done across cultures. The more different the cultures of individuals are, the more difficult it is to communicate effectively. Individuals of similar culture already perceive, interpret, and evaluate things differently. These differences are amplified with individuals of dissimilar cultures. Cross-cultural communication is just like communication, except the message is encoded by a person of one culture and decoded by a person of another. For this project, we formed a multicultural group which consisted of individuals from France, Malaysia, Nepal, and Taiwan. Cross-cultural communication as a topic was perfect for us because we take part in it daily. We understand the importance, the difficulty, and the necessity of cross-cultural communication. We decided to pick three categories of people who are likely to encounter cultural diversity and take part in cross-cultural communication. It is important to note that the groups were not chosen at random. There was a tough process that went behind our selection. As a group, we noticed that we were prime examples of multicultural individuals who needed to take part in cross-cultural communication every day, because half of us are international students studying abroad and the other half local students studying in an international school. We then thought to ourselves, what other individuals have to face cross-cultural communication? And then we realized two of our group members were in an intercultural relationship, which also involves a lot of cross-cultural communication. Furthering our thought process, we also realized that one of our team members was participating in cross-cultural business affairs, which made up our last group, which also uses an excessive amount of cross-cultural communication. To summarize, our three groups are individuals studying abroad, individuals in an intercultural relationship, and lastly, individuals taking part in cross-cultural business affairs. Throughout our research, our goal was to survey and talk to groups of individuals who are in environments of high cultural diversity and to understand their experience with cross-cultural communication. This includes the problems they faced and how they overcame these challenges. We wanted to show that cross-cultural communication is indeed a challenge, but that in today's time, it is a necessary challenge that can be overcome by working on it and preparing oneself. In fact, we kept our research open to the possibility that cross-cultural communication, although hard to learn, had a positive impact on the participant's life. Throughout our research, we found issues that could potentially cause miscommunication in cross-cultural communication in general, and more importantly, in the three groups, studying abroad, intercultural relationships, and cross-cultural business affairs. Because we wanted to get real-life experiences, we designed a questionnaire which asked if individuals of a particular group experienced issues and singularities within those issues distinct to their group. We gave them the opportunity to expand their answers and answer some of our prompts. For the reason of this video, we will not be focusing on the surveys, but more on the video interviews we did. We believe the video interviews can give you a better feel for how cross-cultural communication is important and the factors that many individuals in each group experience. Regardless, after the interview, we will show you a slide which contains the summary of the survey information and the findings we found from them. Section 1. Cross-cultural communication in students studying abroad. When in culturally diverse communities, students, professors, and staff are likely to have differences in their communication styles. Cross-cultural communication is essential to improve relations within diverse groups because if not done properly, miscommunications are likely to occur, which can also cause conflict. It is for this exact reason that whether knowingly or unknowingly, individuals who study abroad take part in the process of learning and improving cross-cultural communication skills. Studying abroad allows individuals to become more globally competitive as they have gained international experience, language capabilities, and cross-cultural communication competence from their experience. Students learn to understand how to work in a new system with different people from other countries and cultures. Stereotypes are often broken during this stage. This is the interview section. We had an interview with students who are studying overseas, and they nicely shared some opinions with us and some of their experiences. Let's take a look all together.
Hi, my name is Michelle.
Hi, my name is Joy.
Hi, my name is Nikki.
We are studying in Southern Illinois University in Carbondale, and we are my major is business of marketing, and they are major in business of management. Yeah. Hey, Michelle.
Yeah.
Why you want to choose to study here?
Because I'm really keen on the experience, like culture of United States, and like for example, American like to party, so it's my habit. So yeah, it's part of my habit. So I would like to party with them. So that's why I choose United States, and I also can practice my English skills.
Yeah. How about you?
So I choose to study in the States because I want to have some new experience to study abroad. Also, study in the States is one of the best study environment in the world, and you can learn a lot, and you can practice your English so fast. Yeah.
In my opinion, it's just SIU has sister school relationship with ISU, so that's why I choose here.
And also we heard a lot of good recommendation from our senior. That's why we choose SIU. So we has been in the state for 4 months. So do you guys have any good unforgettable experience about study in the SIU?
For me, I would like to say party is most impressed me. Yeah, cause in here people would like to
Enjoy life.
Yeah, enjoy
Yeah.
life, and they would like to talk to you, even though you guys don't
Yeah.
don't know each other.
Very friendly.
Yeah, they are very friendly. So,
Mhm.
so are you satisfied for being a foreigner student?
Yeah, I'm really satisfied to be international in the state. I learned a lot from here, and because of the dynamic environment, so it's make me more uncover about myself. But one thing I think I need to improve is to have more participation in the class, because I see my classmates they're very active. They're very active. That's a major difference from what we see in the class in Taiwan.
Different teaching way. Yeah.
So we have to follow and get well with that way.
Yeah, I do. And how about you, Michelle?
Yeah, I would like to say I'm really satisfied because I do have some American friends and they are very interested in our culture, like Asia culture. So I'm willing to share our culture with them, like our food, like our cuisine. Yeah, so most of important is that you have to step out your comfort zone. Comfort zone is most important because if you want to know more people, you have to try to step out your comfort zone and then try to greeting with them, speak with them. Yeah,
Try to be brave to
yeah,
talk to
be
others.
brave. Yeah. So we will see you soon.
See you.
See you.
Hope you enjoy.
Section 2. Cross-cultural communication in relationships. Intercultural relationships are becoming more and more common as the world becomes more diverse. In order for this to happen, cultural barriers have to be broken down and differences have to be accepted. The key to making cross-cultural relationships work is no different than any normal relationship. Communication is key. Proper communication is vital to any relationship. A cross-cultural relationship is never safe from cultural differences but can be helped with cross-cultural communication. Issues that can arise include loss of identity, differences in beliefs, family struggles, and differences in interpretation. A balance of similarities and differences are needed. Participants in successful cross-cultural relationships are able to teach and learn about each other's language, cultural norms, and history. Stereotypes are often broken down during this experience as well because of shared information and experiences. This can range from new cuisine, new hobbies, new beliefs, and so on. Improvement in cross-cultural communication and opening up to differences, all while increasing a sense of interconnectedness. However, if improper cross-cultural communication occurs, problems will arise. Differences between the two individuals can have a larger impact on the relationship as it develops if not properly addressed. It is important to focus on similarities instead of differences, as previously said. If negative stereotypes are not broken, they can also affect the relationship. Next, we have an interview with a professor from the International College. He has been nice enough to share with us some of his personal relationship experiences involved with cross-cultural communication and just being in an intercultural relationship in general.
Sir, are you currently in a relationship with your companion with a different background?
This is my wife,
Yeah.
It's kind of a relationship, yeah.
Can you elaborate on your relationship? For example, where she came from and how long have you been married?
Well, she's Taiwanese and been married since 2 years, yeah.
Okay.
But we've been together since many years before.
Okay. And what are the most challenging difficulties you've faced? For example, differences like language, culture. What are most challenging?
This is personal things, basically, not cultural things.
Oh, it's personal things.
I'm not aware of any cultural. Do you have a cultural problem?
Sometimes logic.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah. We think a little bit in a different way.
Oh, different ways.
Yeah, we are much more straightforward and we speak out more. Whereas Taiwanese are But again, could be a very personal thing. Yeah? So it's not necessarily a cultural thing, because I know Taiwanese are very outspoken. But in general, we are more outspoken, whereas in general, Taiwanese are less outspoken. So things are not always being discussed as they should be done. But again, it's also very strongly a personal thing, not just a cultural thing. It's very difficult to make a distinction between cultural and personal. I rather would attribute it to personal things, not to cultural things. Because I know Westerners are very introverted, not outspoken as well.
So, having coming from like both of you from different backgrounds, so what do you think are good and positive about your relationship?
Yeah, the kids, for instance. I think the genetic mixture of Asians and Europeans is quite okay. Well, again, I don't look at it in a cultural way, I look at it in a personal way. So you can get along very well with people from very different cultures, as you can get along not at all with people from the same culture. It's a very personal thing. I don't believe in culture anyway. Culture is just a very, very mystic term that needs to be clarified. I think one should deconstruct culture in that sense that when you look at it more carefully, analytically, nothing is left, basically. That's what I think.
Okay, thank you very much.
Like, the solution is you just have to understand the person. And then if you understand the person, then it's gonna be okay in love. Love is blind. Love is blind. Love is blind. So just fall in love.
Section 3. Cross-cultural communication in business. As we have already mentioned, the world is continuously becoming more globalized, diverse, and interconnected. The same assumption goes for the business world. In today's business setting, it is important to communicate effectively through cross-cultural communication. Communication is one of the most important roles of business to achieve success in a competitive business environment. Culture can affect many parts of business communication, such as localization, standardization, decisions, branding, advertising, business relationships, management, negotiations, and consumer behavior. Cross-cultural communication allows international businesses to function more effectively and smoothly, both internally and externally. In fact, cross-cultural communication expertise is an asset to a business and can help a business gain a competitive advantage. Companies must understand how people communicate and their perceptions of the world. Cross-cultural communication is so important to businesses, and it involves understanding different business customs, beliefs, and communication strategies. In essence, it yet again means breaking cultural barriers. These differences can surface in numerous ways, such as languages, high vs low context cultures, power distance, nonverbal communication differences, and more. These differences can cause internal problems within a diverse workforce and externally when doing business with companies abroad. Lastly, we have an interview with a Pakistani entrepreneur who has been doing business in Taiwan for 8 years. He has shared some of his interesting insights along with some stories about cross-cultural communication and just doing business in Taiwan in general.
嗨，你好，大家你好，我叫阿里，我来自台湾，我来自巴基斯坦，然后住这边大概4、5年了，然后做生意大概8年多了，然后这边的人非常好。
Okay, so how did the Taiwanese culture affect you while you're doing business here in Taiwan?
In the beginning, it did affect me, and then slowly I adopted it, and then learn more about Taiwanese people and culture, and so it's going well now. And then in the beginning, people ask me so many different questions. Those questions we don't ask in our country, so it's bothered me a lot. Then slowly I understand more, and I know what to talk and what to ask them and what to reply. And then in the beginning I start a small stand and roadside small business, and then now open up like a small restaurant. And thank God I'm doing well, and hopefully I will in the future.
Okay.
Alright, so if you look at our group, we're multicultural. We're all from different places. Half of us are studying abroad here, and the other half are studying in an international school. So we're all very different. Whether we realize it or not, we were always taking part in cross-cultural communication. After doing this project, we learned a lot about cross-cultural communication in different settings, such as schools, business, as well as relationships. Yeah, what we realized is it is a process we've been taking part for a long time, but we never knew too much about it. So I think this project was very important for us, just like it's very important for all of you guys. We know this school is at least 50% international, so we all take part in cross-cultural communication. It's very important.
Yeah. So as what we mentioned in our PPT slide, we all are from different countries, so English is not our first language. So sometimes we get together and then we tend to spend more time together and then try to communicate together and meeting and discuss to solve all the problems we have in the project. For example, like we don't have a common free time to make an appointment together, and then we also don't have enough resources, and yeah, and so on. So we spend more time than other group to solve all the problems. So this is what we got. Yeah.
Okay, and after listening to different people from different countries to come to Taiwan, I know the communication is is an important thing to us. Because some people may misunderstood some others' thinking. So I think cross-cultural communication is what I have learned.
I think it's like since cross-cultural communication is everywhere around us, and I think like people shouldn't be biased or prejudiced upon one group of people from one group of people with different culture and race. Just basically meaning that they shouldn't think they're superior than other people from different culture and race. And I think like one should think outside the box and widen their horizon, especially when working with people from different cultural backgrounds.
So from my experience, like communicating with other people from different cultures, it's fun because the way they do things, the way they talk, it's somehow different from us. Not everything is pretty similar because we're from different cultures, like the way we grew up from the different environment. So I think it is important to have a little bit of the knowledge from other culture. So through day and day talking, things will get better, and then we can learn about others instead of just from our own point of view, and we can also learn something from other people through the communication with them.
So did you have fun?
Of course, every day, every single day, talking with different people from other countries, or even from the same country. Like I'm from Malaysia, we have a lot of different races, we have a lot of different cultures. So it's interesting.
I don't have any experience from cross-cultural, but from our case study, I learned something. Our study have 3 parts in business and commerce and study abroad, but they all have some common points. I think if you want to make a cross-cultural relationship be successful, and you need to understand each other and accept difference from each other. And also patient and keeping an open mind. And most important is communication in each other.
For me, is that cross-cultural communications that happens all the times, and due to the globalizations and other technologies that we will have more problems that caused by the cross-cultural communication. So understand that cross-cultural communication affects how we communicate. It's really important, and also it was like not only for students but also that for business world, we have to do business with different peoples that all around the world. So knowing that how to use the cross-cultural communications will be useful for our career.
So, are you satisfied in our project?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
this is all for our presentation.
Thank you.